I want to talk about, where is it now? Republican group cites notorious Dred Scott ruling as reason Kamala Harris can't be president. The National Federation of Republican Assemblies has cited the infamous 1857 Dred Scott Supreme Court decision, which stated that enslaved people weren't citizens, to argue that Vice President Kamala Harris is ineligible to run for president according to the Constitution. The group also challenged the right to Vivek Ramaswamy and Nikki Haley to appear on Republican primary ballots. The Republican group platform and policy documented that the constitutional qualifications of presidential eligibility states that no person except a natural-born citizen shall be eligible, or a citizen of the United States at the time of adoption of this Constitution shall be eligible to be office of the president. The same document includes former President Donald Trump running mate Ohio Senator JD Vance and a list of preferred candidates for vice president. The document and the citing of Dred Scott decision were initially noted by a lawyer, Andrew Fleischman, on X, formerly Twitter.
Yeah, so basically,
also let it know, like, the adopted document during the National Convention held between October 13th and 15th of last year.
Basically what they're trying to say is that because her parents were not citizens when they had her in this country, that she should not be allowed to be president of the United States.
Well, it makes her an anchor baby.
Does it?
Yeah, because anchor baby, it's kind of like what they say. A lot of Chinese citizens do that, or Chinese nationals will do that. They'll fly over. This is what I've read in articles. They'll fly right. They'll get pregnant, and they'll be like 8 months pregnant. They'll fly to America, and then they'll have the baby in America, so their baby's an American citizen. But
that's different because her parents met here in America.
Yeah.
They both were already here. You know what I mean? So they were probably both on their path to getting their citizenship, and then they met. She got pregnant. She had 2 kids when they were together. I'm not sure how long. I think they were married for some time too. I don't know if I'm calling that the same as somebody saying, let me get pregnant. I'm 8 months pregnant. I'm dropping baby over here. Now the baby is American citizen. I think that's a little bit different.
I know Donald Trump tried to change that during his presidency.
I heard he tried to change that too.
He tried to change that real quick. Because it's like, basically his wife couldn't have been like first lady, but I guess because she's not born in America, she's not even an American citizen like that.
I don't know if they'll consider that only because it's first lady. It's not the president. You know what I mean? They're only speaking about the president. It's a weird thing. This guy had said,
if you're born in America, you're an American citizen. I can understand if both your parents, but y'all ain't from here either. That's like saying if your great granddaddy came on a boat from Ireland, then you can't be president of the United States. The only people that can be president of the United States is Navajos and people from the Squamish tribe.
It doesn't really make a lot of sense, man. Like I just like it. To me, to me, you're showing who you are. We start talking about Dred Scott cases and using things of that nature. And for Vivek Ramaswamy and Nikki Haley, now you're bringing those 2 up as well. It shows that they're racist across the board. They're like,
remember what they did in Arizona?
Everybody.
Where they're like, hey, they passed this territorial law back in 1891 where it says abortion's illegal, even if your daddy did you when you were 5.
But this is like it's showing like what lengths they're wanting to go to and how old and arcane a lot of these laws we have on our books are, and who this country really was and who this country can still be.
Yeah, that shows you racism is really deep, and that's crazy how people on it, black folks on the internet are arguing like, why should I vote for Kamala Harris? I'm like, well, the other side's trying to erase your history and make sure you don't even have classes in school. I know one side is going to ignore you, but at least
I'm like this, man.
You know what? Nah, fuck that. This country can burn. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't gonna do that for us, let Trump win. Y'all go ahead and do that.
Like I say, man.
I live in Washington. I'm good.
We ain't never good, man.
Western Washington. In a military facility.
Me personally, I don't agree with what he's saying. I think that Democrats have done a lot. I think there's a lot more that can be done. I think they have a lot more room to work.
They've done a lot for everyone else.
Other than black Americans, you're saying?
Yes, of course.
We say this all the time.
We say this all the time.
You know what I'm saying? And so, I don't.
LGBTQ, they got their own specific laws and protection, correct? Now think about it. You black. You can't switch that on and off. I didn't know Anderson Cooper was gay until he said something.
You didn't know?
He was cool.
He's still
him
cool.
Or Don Lemon. I thought Don Lemon was just goofy, but
I didn't know Don Lemon was either. But
that's what I'm saying, bro. You don't know if people are gay until they tell you, because it's a sexual preference.
Absolutely, I got you.
Think about it.
I understand where you're coming from.
It's a sexual preference. Got laws protecting them before your black ass.
I mean,
they said,
did they?
Nah, because if we do that,
There was anti-lynching laws. I understand that I'm reaching with that one because it's not the same thing as having.
They don't even lynch people. Every time they find a black dude hanging, they say he did it to himself.
Yeah,
how many black people you know go hang themselves? It's just something we don't do. You be like, I can't let my family find me like this. Nah, cuz. Not like my great Uncle Edward. Like, nah, come on, man. We don't do that shit.
Yeah, so don't get me wrong. Like I say, man, we've talked about this a million times. We go through this every episode, probably.
This is crazy, bro. The reason they won't make laws specifically for black folks to protect us, because if they do, America wouldn't be America no more. America is built off our oppression. Like the whole country. It's like us and Native Americans. And they got to be nice to natives because they like casinos.
We've gone through a lot here. I think we've come a long way. I think we're coming a lot longer of a way, too. You look at the last two Democratic administrations. You can say three because... You know what I mean? But it was just one. Obama's was just one long one.
Bro, they killed more black folks during Obama's administration because they couldn't get to him than they did Trump's. Trump just made it bigger.
I don't know about that one. I don't know if that's true or not.
Google it, bro. They was killing us like 8 years,
bro. Somebody Google that fact. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not saying it's not.
Left and right. And we was like, they was like, we can't get Obama. We can get you, niggas.
Hey,